Constructivism theory, pros and cons. Introduction. The constructivist theory holds that most learners are actively involved in the learning journey and that knowledge construction is entirely based on experience. This implies that learners tend to reflect on their past encounters and incorporate their newly learned ideas into their prior knowledge as the event unfolds. In this case, learners are known for developing schemas for organizing acquired knowledge. Therefore, the theory provides a solid basis for understanding the student's learning process at different levels. Learners build their new ideas on the foundation of the existing experiences, making the entire process an interactive cognitive action. This text analyzes the pros and cons of constructivism theory in designing Johnny teaching and learning activities on eliciting a client. Pros of constructivism theory. Constructivism stresses more on the need for sensory input, an aspect that most of the traditional educators have historically ignored. Initially, learners used to sit and take notes throughout the lecture, after which a test was issued. Although some of these practices are still demonstrated to date, educators are realizing the need for the full involvement of students throughout the learning activity. This occurs by using senses such as ears, eyes, and touch as opposed to single mental prowess. This helps the learner develop a deep understanding of eliciting a patient in their health practice. Moreover, constructivism is applicable in teaching learners with special needs like autistic spectrum or processing challenges. The use of traditional methods has proved ineffective for special education, creating the need for constructivism. Most special needs learners have excellent minds and expertise that can be utilized in various patient settings if a proper training approach is adopted. In this case, a teacher is involved in providing a learning guide as opposed to continuous dissemination of information. Therefore, the learner is expected to be actively engaged with the teacher providing necessary help when needed. Cons of constructivism theory. One of the significant challenges of the constructivism method is seen in the lack of a well-spelled structure. It is essential to realize that some students must be subjected to a properly structured environment to excel. In most cases, the teacher must discard an already standardized curriculum and develop one that aligns with the learner's prior experience. However, due to differences in prior knowledge, some learners are likely to be ahead of others, creating the need for other methods. The use of the constructivist approach is also seen to replace the traditional way of learner evaluation by encouraging individual learner evaluation. This will likely make Johnny lag while the teacher remains unaware of the current struggle. Since the approach tends to discourage prior evaluation techniques, the learner will probably lack knowledge due to continuous lifting from others. Moreover, the method can make Johnny more frustrated and confused. This is because the student cannot determine the existing relationship between their prior experience and the newly learned techniques. Conclusion. Therefore, it is clear that the constructivist learning method has its place, but this needs to be used alongside other approaches due to existing flaws. Although the student may gain from some of the current constructivism rules when used in learning, some situations call for evaluation and a well-developed structure to realize desired outcomes. Knowing about constructivism is not enough, as educators must learn how to apply it in classroom situations. This calls for serious involvement and training of the implementers of the method.